Morning everyone, I am Barath, MA Philosophy final student. The topic is Plurality of Purusa in Sankhya philosophy. Sankhya is one of the six orthodox system of Indian philosophy. It is considered one of the oldest philosophical system, and many scholars believe its idea exists in this time. It is traditionally associated with Kabila. The text Sankhya Karika by Ishwar Krishna is the most authoritative surveying text. Sankhya philosophy teaches dualism between Purusa and Prakriti. These are three important major works in Sankhya system. The Gautabada Bhashya by Gautabada, the Tattva Kamudi by Vashpati Mishra, and Sankhya Pravachana Bhashya by Vishnu Bhikshu. These works are commentaries that elaborate and systemize the teachings of classical Sankhya. These are core concepts in Sankhya philosophy. Sankhya accepts three pramanas, Pratyaksha, Anumana, and Sabda as valid means of knowledge. Sankhya is based on dualism, recognizing Purusa, pure consciousness, and Prakriti, material nature, as two independent and eternal realities. The three gunas, Prakriti, is composed of three interconnected qualities, gunas, that define all phenomena. Sattva, like purity, Rajas, activity, passion, and Tamas, darkness, inertia. Why three gunas Sankhya is using? It is a tool to understand and transcend the forces, quality of nature that constitute all physical and mental phenomena. Evolutions, Parnamavada. Creation occurs when Purusa comes into contact with Prakriti, causing it to evolve. Right knowledge, Samyak Nana, leads to liberation, Kaivalya. Samyak Nana is right or perfect knowledge. It is correctly enumerate reality, 25 tattvas. Its end delusion by instead of telling I am tired, it is bondage. We have to tell instead of telling I am tired, it is relating in bondage. When it ends, the body is tired, and I Purusha, I am the witness of fatigue. When you are truly realize that pure consciousness, isolated state of absolute and independent freedom. Yoga is counterpart of Sankhya, hence they are allied systems. Sankhya is theoretical, while Yoga is practical. Meaning of Sankhya. A Sanskrit word Sankhya denotes two way of meaning. Sankhya refers to number because it aims at right knowledge of reality by enumeration of the ultimate objects of knowledge. Sankhya means Samyak Jnana, perfect knowledge. It also a dualistic realism because it accepts two ultimate reality, Purusa and Prakriti. Nature of Purusa. Purusa is pure consciousness, Chaitanya. It is inactive, Akarta, does not perform any action. This witness acting only observes. Definition of Purusa. Purusa is pure consciousness. It is knower and experiencer. It is different from body, mind, and intellect. Attribute of Purusa. Eternal, Nitya, no birth or death. Indescribable, indestructible, Avinasi, it cannot be destroyed, formless, Nirakra, unchanging, Purasta. Existence of Purusa. Sankhya would argue that five arguments for existence of Purusa. Sankar Pradvat, compound argument. Each compound object has been developed for entirely distinct user. Example, instrument, there must someone to play it. There must user. Trigunadi Vivaryat, three gunas argument. Prakriti world is changing and made of three gunas. Purusa is permanent. Example, your thoughts are keep changing, but you are aware of those changes. There must self. Additional foundational argument. Pleasure, pain need a conscious experiencer. Example, ice cream it cannot itself feel cool. Body matter cannot feel happiness. Someone must experience there must self. Pokrava Bhavat, enjoyer argument. Kaivalyata Praveta. Human try to escape suffering and attain freedom. This shows a self-seeking liberation. Sankhya asserts Purusa self as real and undeniable. This is self-evident Swayam correction and cannot be denied because even denial requires a conscious subject. Relationship between Purusa and Prakriti. Purusa is passive, conscious observer, while Prakriti is the active, unconscious matter. Purusa is inactive yet appears to act due to the connection with Prakriti. Example: a crystal appears red near a red flower, but the crystal itself not red. Similarly, Purusa seems active due to Prakriti but remains inactive. When they come together, Samyoga, Purusha explains pleasure, pain, and knowledge. The interaction with Prakriti produces different bodies, minds, and experiences. When Purusha conscious self is entangled with Prakriti because identified with Prakriti, the mind and body, pleasure and pain are experienced. If Purusha were separated, realize its independence, this pains would not affect it. In Sankhya philosophy, this is analogy of blind man and physical challenge, lame person walking together. Pangu Anda Naya is a famous metaphor used to explain the relationship and cooperation between Purusa and Prakriti. Plurality of Purusas, the multiplicity of soul is established since birth, death, and the instrument of cognition and action are allotted severally from the non-simultaneity of activities and from the diverse modification due to three gunas. In the previous Karika, we have seen the characteristics of attributes of manifest and unmanifest, and the Purusha. In Karika, the purity of Purushas is established. In Sankhya Karika, there are few arguments to prove the purity of Purusha in Sankhya philosophy. This is textual evidence in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 12, which says, ना देहवं जदुनासं ना देवं नेम जनतिपा नासैव न पविजमा सर्वे वयमत परम्. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. This is evidence from Sankhya Karika 8, 18. जनमरणकरणं प्रतिनियमत् हायुगपत् प्रविचस्का पुरुषतभावं सिद्धं त्रैगुण्यवि पर्यवेक्षकैव. Janma Marana Karanam Pratinyamat. Difference in birth and death. Janma Marana Beda. Individual beings are born and die at different times. They were only one Purusha, then all would be born together, all would be die together, all would experience the same perception. Ayugabat Praveta, non-simultaneity activity. Peoples act differently at the same time. If there were only one Purusha, all action and experience would occur simultaneously and identically. Traigunya Viparya, differences due to gunas. Individuals shows different psychological tendencies. Some are calm, some are active, some are dull. These are gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas. This variation reflects different experience and orientation. If only one Purusha exists, this contradiction, happy, sad, wise, ignorant, would have occurred in same self at the same time, which is illogical. Other schools view oneself. Advaita non-dualism, Buddhism fundamentally denies the existence of an eternal, unchanging soul or self, anatta, anatman. According to Jainism, there are infinite number of individual souls, jivas, not one single universal soul. Saiva Siddhanta souls a pasu are many, distinct and eternal, not one. Every living being has its own unique. Naya is pluralistic philosophy that manifests an infinite number of distinct individual souls. Vaisheshika it also accepts many individual souls. Mimamsa philosophy also plurality of souls. Charvaka, an ancient Indian materialist school, reject the existence of an immortal immaterial soul. The philosophical justification plurality explains diversity of individual experience and perception, accountability and moral responsibility. Avoids metaphysical complication of one soul manifestation as many logical basis. Observer cannot be observed, hence each observer crucial is distinct empirical collaboration. Individual consciousness do not merge or lost identity after physical death. Conclusion. Individual journeys, everyone has different pace and path in life. Inequality in reality, impossibility of identical lives in inequality in opportunity. Respect over similarity. Everyone is equal, but everyone individual is unique. Thus, the purity of Purusas explains the diversity of experience, moral responsibility, and the independence of consciousness self in Sankhya philosophy. Everyone is equal, but everyone's life is not equal. Human beings are born with different capacities. If they are free, they are not equal, and if they are equal, they are not free. Thank you.